What's up, guys? In today's video I'm going to be talking about 5 of the manliest smelling fragrances in my collection. So it is springtime and it is going to get a little bit warmer soon, so I am making this more of a spring summer list. So a little bit of fresher fragrances. I have made a similar video before. Wasn't really seasonal, but made this one a little bit more seasonal than my previous one, and this was a requested video, so that is why I'm doing this video. It's just definitely not that I'm running out of ideas, but because I am, but I just, one of you guys commented, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this video for you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Some of these are recent pickups, some of these I've had for a little bit. We're gonna start off with Sedley by Parfums de Marly. Am I getting a little bit of hate for saying that Mahir Legacy's silver does not smell like it, or not even close, or not close enough in my opinion? Yes, I am. And I'm gonna stand on it because in my opinion, I don't think Mahir Legacy can, like, maybe 50 to 60%, but it's probably just the quality in Mahir Legacy that I just can't get around. But it's also been a while since I've smelled Mahir Legacy. Sedley, at least, when I got the sample of Sedley, I remember I thought I was going to hate it since I really did not like Mahir Legacy. But I actually enjoyed Sedley, the sample of Sedley, way more, which is why I bought a full bottle of it. But talk a little bit about the scent. This is going to be your clean man out of the shower kind of scent. Kind of like a, well, fresh out the shower blue. Some people say it smells like Sprite. I don't really get it, but I think there's a lavender note in there. It's kind of, I guess, aquatic, but not really. Maybe it's just ozonic. Maybe a little bit more. So yeah, it's a really nice smelling fragrance, and it's fresh, spicy. I've realized that I'm a big fan of fresh, spicy scents, especially those that either they have like a bit of the either shaving cream or aftershave. This is more of that aftershave style. I think it smells really nice. Obviously, I don't really use too much aftershave. Look at my face. I don't really shave. I don't have much to shave. And yeah, I think it smells really nice. If you're looking for something that's manly, a little rugged, more like clean man, but you spray this a little bit, your chest hairs might grow in a little bit faster. Next, it's going to be a classic, and it's going to be the best of the house, in my opinion. It's going to be Acqua di Gio's Elixir. This is another traditional man smell, but I think it's just elevated to that next level. It smells a little bit more realistic, especially with the violet leaf. And I'm not the biggest fan of violet leaf, but the way it's done here, I'm a really big fan of it. So will it remind you of Fahrenheit? In the slightest way. I'm not a fan of Fahrenheit, but I'm a fan of this. Enough to say that it's my favorite Acqua di Gio. Yes, I have owned Profumo. I have smelled Profundo. I've owned the Eau de Toilette. I've owned the Eau de Parfum. This is the best one, in my opinion. Best smelling, especially for the warmer weather, but you could probably wear this one year round. Great for the office. Pretty much a staple for the office, but great for daytime, nighttime, all around pretty much. Next is a fragrance that I talk about. I have been talking about it more often. Try not to mention it too much, but it just fits the video so well. It's going to be Loewe 7 Cobalt. So this was a recommendation from Neil. Took me a little bit of time to pick it up, but I ended up picking it up. It's a better version of Bleu de Chanel, in my opinion. I've owned Bleu de Chanel before. This is better, and it's also cheaper than Bleu de Chanel. So, Loewe 7 Cobalt is pretty much like a Bleu de Chanel with an added shaving foam smell to it. a little bit greener, then more of that fresh spiciness that I really love. If it's green and fresh spicy, count me in. I love it. Look at the atomizer. It was to the point that I thought it broke, but I think you just can't half-ass the squeeze. You actually have to squeeze with purpose when you're spraying this one on. This one smells great. Great sillage, great scent trail. It's one of those that you will go nose blind to, but it will come back around. Out in the air, really love how it smells. But yeah, Creed Viking is a honorable mention in this, just because I believe I mentioned it in the last video, so I'm not going to mention it in this one. But Creed Viking for sure, it's one of my favorites. But let's go ahead and get into the Creed fragrances. One that's a recent pickup, but it's the second time I own a bottle. It's going to be Himalaya. And I feel like Himalaya is coming back around. I feel like people are talking about it more. It's going to be a little bit of a different scent from Creed. It's not going to be your typical freshness from Creed. And typical freshness, I'm talking about Aventus, I'm talking about Virgin Island water. This is going to be more towards slightly earthy. Yeah, I think it's a really good rugged scent. Smelling it off the atomizer, it kind of smells a little leathery, but there is no leather. It's just what I'm smelling off the atomizer. I don't know if it's maybe just like the metals or something, but let's go ahead and spray this one too. I got food poisoning, so I'm kind of like not in the mood to smell too many things, but these are just too good and I just need to smell them. Yeah, it's a beautiful scent. Himalaya, I've said it in different videos, it's Creed's transportive scent. It makes you feel like you're in the Himalayan mountains pretty much with how this smells. Really nice smell. I think it's one you should definitely sample. You might love it, you might hate it, you might not be ready for it. Like I was the first time I ranked it, when I believe I ranked my Creeds the first time. I might have ranked it a little low, but it's a fragrance I really do love now. Ranking my Creed is a fragrance video I've thought about doing, but I like a lot of them, and I don't know which one would be in last place. That's the only reason I haven't made that video. I just have to wear some of them more often, so I need to wear Arolfa more often, because I've only given it one wearing. I've worn Himalaya a few times. I just got in Millicene 1849 and I've gotten in Royal Water. So I got to wear those a little bit more before I make that video. But that video will probably come soon, just because I don't think I'm going to pick up any more Creeds besides the Phoenix and Centaurus, but like towards the end of the year. Unless I found like a really good deal that I just can't pass up on now. Those fragrances I'm just going to wait till the end of the year to pick up. And last one in this list, it's going to remind you of something that's a little bit more vintage, some would say, like a Davidoff Cool Water, but I believe this fragrance has been out for a while now. It's going to be Creed's Green Irish Tweed. What's that brand? There's a clone that's a pretty decent clone of it. It's All Haramine's Carbon Edition. I used to have a bottle of it. That's actually the one that got me into wearing this DNA, because there used to be this bottle that I had initially. It was called Tres Nuit. It was like a triangle bottle with a leather strap around it. Absolutely terrible. Synthetic mess. Yeah, just not a big fan of that clone of Green Irish Tweed. That clone made me think I wasn't a fan of Green Irish Tweed. Then I ended up getting Carbon Edition by Al Haramain, and definitely a better fragrance. My fiance loved it. I enjoyed wearing it. So I decided to pick up a bottle of Green Irish Tweed, and I actually did. And I enjoy, obviously, Green Irish Tweed more than the clones. But definitely recommend Al Haramine's Carbon Edition. If you're looking for a really good clone, or a pretty good clone, I would recommend that one if you're more on a budget. But yeah, Green Irish Tweed. People say it smells like Davidoff Cool Water. I have never owned a bottle of Davidoff Cool Water, so yes, I've smelled Davidoff Cool Water before. I get the similarities. This is definitely way better though. and the dry down on this fragrance. Like, this fragrance is definitely gets better as it keeps on drying down. Opening's a bit grassy, a little harsh, like a little sharp. So let's start off with the opening, then as it dries down, it gets very beautiful, very kind of creamy, very smooth. It's a really nice scent overall. But that's going to be it. These are 5 masculine fragrances for the warmer weather. Let me know which 5 fragrances you would recommend in the comments down below. If you are interested in supporting the channel, I do have affiliate links down below for some of my favorite discounters that you get very good deals in. I do get a small commission at no cost to you. And that is all I have for you guys. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys.